So when you go HDMI out of your media mod on your GoPro, it looks something like this. All right, so today I want to show you the best settings to get your image quality from this to this. Time chapters are down below for anyone that's in a hurry, but let's get into it. So I initially set out to make a video comparing the USB-C webcam on the Hero 9 versus the HDMI out. And yes, I did this last month with Jay Boston through the interwebs, but now that I have my own media mod, I really wanted to test it out myself locally. The same environment, same lighting. In fact, Daniel actually left me a comment for more testing with the GoPro and the USB-C, with OBS and Zoom and virtual backgrounds. And by the way, thanks for that comment. I do read all the comments, and a lot of times they spark ideas to make content on this channel. This is recording QuickTime movie so that you can see so making that actual video, I noticed how absolutely terrible the media mod looked with HDMI out. Just like that. Like, it looks bad. To the point where I would immediately say USB-C webcam is way better. So then I thought, well, you know what, maybe I'll go ahead and change some of the settings. Let's see if we can play around with the settings. But to change those settings, you have to unplug the HDMI, go into your GoPro settings, maybe create a custom preset for the HDMI out as a webcam. Then you gotta plug it back in, kind of navigate your way back into the video mode. However, maybe it's not 100% what you kind of wanted, so then you have to go back and tinker with it, which means you gotta unplug it again, you gotta go find that preset, and then you make those setting changes, you have to plug it back in, navigate, you do it all over again. So it's really, really annoying to try to fine tune it. But then this happened. I'm not familiar if you can use the app or not. And yes, you can use the app. You can adjust this on your phone. That makes me really happy, to be honest. And this is the part that will make your life so much more convenient when trying to fine tune it, even on the fly. So now let me change the ISO minimum to 400. There we go. Wow. Now, because every environment could be different, this is where you can use the GoPro app to really fine tune that. Depending on where you're at, you can change it pretty easily and test things out. So this is ISO 400, 200, shutter. What if we go up on the shutter? But yeah, you can really play around with it. That's what's cool about it. The only problem that really happened was when I used the app and tried to enable preview, and then it kind of screwed up the image. I don't know why it's doing that. Very odd. So use your computer screen as your preview. So let's go back a little. What you need for this HDMI out on the GoPro is, well, a GoPro, the media mod. I like to use a micro HDMI to HDMI adapter, and then an HDMI cable, and an HDMI to USB capture card. You can use the cam link, but I made a whole video actually showing how the cheap ones compare and how they do a really good job at a fraction of the price. Now let me talk you through my custom preset, and you can follow along and do this with your own GoPro.
3, 2, 1, go!
So we go into our video settings, we scroll all the way down to the bottom and click this little plus sign. We're adding a video preset, so just tap right here in the middle. And here's what we're gonna do for settings. I put it on 1080, 25 frames per second. I shoot it in PAL because I'm over here in Australia, and that helps reduce that flickering light effect. I'm setting the field of view on narrow. I mean, you can play around with this, but as a webcam, narrow seems to look the best. It is very important to turn Hypersmooth completely off. When Hypersmooth is on, it kind of adds noise to your video. The next thing I set is the shutter speed, and I put that on 50, which you've seen that you could easily adjust through the app on the fly. I keep white balance on auto, and I set my ISO minimum on 400, and then I also set the ISO max on 400. And again, you can change these settings on the fly pretty easily. The sharpness I set on medium because that actually looks the best. And the color I actually set to flat. And I think that looks a lot better. And that's all the custom settings. So we're gonna press this little check button. And unfortunately, you can't actually custom name it. So we're just gonna set it to indoor. And there we have it, you have a preset. I hope you found something useful in today's class. I'm still planning to do a more in-depth comparison with the USB-C webcam, but I will say after changing the settings with the HDMI out, there is no comparison with USB-C. And thus, another reason why I'm actually happy that I bought the media mod. Yes, I did buy it. I don't get this stuff for free. Yet. Okay, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you still have some questions, or if you want to show support, leave a comment with the title of the first song that just popped in your head. All right, more stuff coming up on this channel, and I'll see you on the next one.